Hello and welcome to Unism. Our topic for today's presentation is Ousman Touray, African Spiritual Values. I was inspired and hopeful for Africa when I watched Ousman Touray's lecture at Osun State University, Nigeria on YouTube. This is a young man who not only has the facts of the African experience, but also has the solutions to Africa's challenges and problems. I was really touched with his brilliant presentation, but what motivated me the most to make this video were his thoughts on African spiritual values. He said that the misunderstanding of the religions that we belong to today, the rejection of our own traditional spirituality, have resulted in disunity along the continent, and in this, young people are affected the most. Now, the question is, what are the religions that we belong to today in Africa? The two main religions are Christianity and Islam. Then the next question is, what have we misunderstood about both religions? I do not want to speculate on his thoughts on the misunderstanding, but I think that our misunderstanding stems from our beliefs that Christianity and Islam are African religions. The truth is that both religions are foreign religions. Christianity was mostly spread in Africa by the Europeans, and Islam was mostly spread in Africa by the Arabs. Christianity is a European religion, and Islam is an Arabic religion. Christianity and Islam have no foundation in Africa. Ousman Touray further states that African spirituality was replaced with religion, and seemingly religion teaches us about unity, love, kindness, trustworthiness, health, and heaven. But are we united as a continent? Are we trustworthy as individuals? Are we patriotic as Africans? If this is the promise of religion, are they a living reality across the continent? Obviously, foreign religions are not working for Africans. What has worked for Africa in the past has been reliance on African spiritual values, such as respect for elders, reverence for ancestors, cooperation, brotherhood, patriotism, unity, unconditional love, kindness, mentorship, practical education, meditation, family, community, equanimity, generosity, and life cycle ceremonies. There was no requirement to believe in a savior, more especially a foreign savior, and the human problem was not sin. Instead, Africans viewed shortcomings or wrong choices as opportunities for growth. The young African learns from his or her mistakes and becomes a light to himself or to herself and to the community. Ousman Touray further said that we are taught to less appreciate the African values. We are taught to less understand that the African is a fellow, a brother, and a sister. But we have to embrace a system that makes us feel bad about who we are. Now, consider the doctrine of sin, again in Christianity as an example. They called you a sinner and you believed. For the record, Judaism and Islam do not teach the doctrine of sin. According to Islam, Adam and Eve sinned in the Garden of Eden, but their sin was forgiven. It was not carried forward to future generations. Do you know the extent of the damage this word has caused in your life? It made you to think less of yourself. It suppressed your thinking faculties. It made you to depend on someone that has nothing to do with your experiences. It made you to believe in others instead of believing in yourself. In short, the doctrine of sin has contributed immensely to the sufferings of the African people. Further, Ousman Touray said, African societies for far too long are made to believe that Africa, with all what it started with, from the ancient civilization to what we currently have, in order for us to do things right, we must think beyond the continent, that solutions are not found on the ground of Africa, that right things are not done in Africa, but we have to rely on individuals outside of the continent for either instructions or directions in moving forward. How many times have we left the continent in order to seek answers to the challenges that we face? How many times have we opened foreign sacred texts to seek answers to our problems? Were we successful when we turned to foreign sources for information on how to address Africa's problems? The truth is that as long as we look outside of ourselves for the challenges that we face, we will always remain slaves. Oh Africa, for how long will you remain slaves to foreign thoughts and ideas? For how long will you continue to believe in foreign religions? For how long will you continue to believe in foreign sacred texts? For how long will you continue to worship foreign gods? Your experiences matter in this world. Share your sacred stories. Each time you open a foreign sacred text, you are slapping the faces of your ancestors. You are saying that they never lived. Each time you read from a foreign sacred text, you are burying the experiences of your ancestors. You are saying that their experiences do not matter. Each time you quote from a foreign sacred text, you are admitting that you are a slave to foreign ideas. You are saying that you cannot think. Lastly, Ousman Touray said, we must start to appreciate ourselves. We must start to build respect, love, and unity among ourselves. But again, we must be ready to unite ourselves. My question is, how can we unite when we believe in different gods? One believes in Allah and the other believes in Jesus, both of which are foreign gods. The only answer is to retrace our steps back to African spiritual values. We believe in God, not foreign cultural gods. Until we turn to our African spiritual values, we will always remain slaves to alien thoughts. Write the African Testament of God for the joy of your children, the elevation of your ancestors, and the education and improvement of the world. Please check us out at unism.org for Awakened Living Study, Life Cycle Ceremonies, and Human Development Studies and Practices. And subscribe to our channel and receive educational and entertaining weekly videos on the human condition, human development, and human potential. Today's favorite quote is, until we turn to our African spiritual values, we will always remain slaves to alien thoughts. Think about it, and thank you for watching.